welcome everybody to the 4th episode of Ahsheeved Couch Gaming podcast. And this is not my channel's main thing, but I never say no to a podcast. It's a podcast about games, and if you would like to be a part of this or want someone that plays your games, want to be a part of this, then just tell me that in the comments or on my Discord, and I will host this show as often as I can. Now, today's focus is Eve Echoes. So far, this show has been all Eve Echoes related. But the future will tell if I get other gamers on it. But Eve Echoes, and what can be better than Rambo and Taylor Rick on the show? Rambo is the creator of Echoes of New Eden, and I regard highly to turning into that show and look at that one. Taylor Rick has helped and made the show into this brilliant show that they have today. So we do not have a panel today. Instead, we have two great profiles for Eve Echoes, and what more can I ask for?
I'm honored, man. Thanks for having us on. This is great.
Yeah,
this is awesome.
For having us.
I love the fact that we've all got the matching sunglasses. It's just fantastic.
We busted out the aviators.
The aviators, man.
Oh yeah, we're flying, man.
Except Taylor, he's got to be fancy and have like Gucci or something on, whatever he's got.
They are a little fancy, aren't they?
Is it Gucci? I'm gonna zoom in and check. I saw that you have Trekcast in the background, and below that you have Eve. Trekcast is something I heard that you have a different podcast.
I do. Trekcast is a podcast. It's obviously about Star Trek. It was started in 2008 by a couple of guys out of Las Vegas. I'd listened to it quite a bit over the years. It was an awesome show. They did really, really well with it. It was huge at the time, especially when 2008, when there wasn't a lot of podcasts on. But come 2016, 2017, they retired. They were done with it. 2018, I took it over with two buddies of mine who I'd never met in person until last year when we finally all went to a convention together and met face to face, which was fantastic. But we've been doing that show since 2018. It's fantastic. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that sounds good. I have to tune in. I know nothing about Star Trek. I do know what it is. You know, I know this, whatever, right? Is it this or is it what?
West Side.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's that.
Yeah, okay. I know that part.
Even I know that. I don't like it.
Otherwise, I don't know anything.
It's funny because Rambo comes on to that sometimes and trolls everybody. Because I do it live as well on Discord. I do it on Sunday mornings. And he comes on there and just trolls me. Because we have a live audience there too. It's great. It's fantastic. But no.
All right. I was gonna say Rambo. Last time you was here was like a year ago, and we recorded Who is Rambo podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you remember that one?
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Oh yeah, I remember it. I remember I was like, hey, when are we gonna do part 2, right? So
yeah, that never happened.
I can get to talking. Yeah, I can get to talking. I mean, you're a busy guy. I'm busy. We're doing our own things and all that type of stuff, and so
we sure are.
I'm glad to be back, though. I'm back on your show. You've grown quite a bit since then, too, because we did that pretty early.
Yeah, a little bit. I can't remember how I was back then, but dude, I made like 50 of those. And listening back to the first one, it's it's not a good pleasure for me.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, even us, like on a podcast, we look back like. For season 3, if you listen to the first episode of season 3, be like, wow, this show is like, it was a bit more scripted, and we knew what we were going to be talking about, stuff like that. And then we kind of just, in a way, got lazier throughout the year to where it's now completely unscripted. We only get ready an hour ahead of show time. And we know what we're going to talk about, but a lot of it is just kind of spontaneous. It's like oddly enough, it's kind of more natural type of talking compared to how it used to be. And then you look at that, you look back and I'm like, dang, did I really sound like that? You know, I mean, it's like, really, did we talk about that?
Yeah.
And some of the audio stuff, because I pretty much do all the audio engineering stuff on my end, and going back and listening to sound effects, and it's like, oh dang, I messed up that person's volume, or blah blah blah, this commercial was lame. And you get to see the evolution of your channel, your content, as you go through. And then so now here we are, doing today's content yesterday.
Yeah.
Right? So it's good stuff, man.
If it's almost news, we cover it.
Yeah, almost news. Almost news, yeah. I heard that. So Taylor, how has it been working with Rambo?
You know, it's been great. Rambo's an awesome guy. And it's funny, when I had only listened to maybe 1 or 2 of his podcasts before I started actually being a co-host on the show. I hate to admit that because I missed a lot. But it's true. Like when I was first listening to anything that would be on YouTube or anywhere else for Echoes, it was always like Big Skillet or Gigaforte, guys like that. Or even way back when Gex was doing the mineral market and all that, because I was a big indie guy back then. Still am, kind of. But at any rate, Rambo had put up a thing wanting to have a co-host, and I was like, you know, I told you the E would fall off.
Yep.
It just did. That one E will not stay up. Anyway.
You nail that thing to the dang wall.
I guess I'm going to do that next. Anyway, so you know, Rambo put up post. He was looking for co-hosts. I'm like, you know what? I have this other. I know how to do podcasting. I know how to do it. I've been doing, you know, Trekcast for a long time. So I said, sure, Rambo, I'd love to help you. This sounds great. You know, a few things I've listened to, it's good stuff. Why not? It'd be fun. And next thing I know, I'm on the show with him, and he gives me the script, and I'm just looking over the script, and I'm like, okay, I don't follow any of it, and it turns out great. I mean, it was kind of this organic chemistry between the two of us was there from day one. It's just gotten better as we've gotten to know each other.
Yeah.
So, it's been wonderful.
I remember the post when he was looking for it, and I was like, yeah, you know, I would love to do it, but I don't have time. But I remember that, like, the day when that happened, and yeah. You're a perfect match, man. I enjoy
you,
man.
We go good. We go good.
Yeah.
We do mesh pretty well.
Yeah, you do. And you're
shows too, since we joke back and forth. We joke back and forth so much. We give each other so much crap.
Oh yeah.
It's just great.
All that said, this guy couldn't get in a car and come drive down to Phoenix when I was in Phoenix, and he's close. I was in Phoenix a few weeks ago, and you're close, and you couldn't get in the car and drive down. I'm still a little butthurt over that. I'm still a little upset about that.
Oh man, what was it, like an hour away?
Nah, it's more than
3 hours.
Yeah, it's like 3 hours. It was a ways. I couldn't get up there either. It's fine.
Yeah, right. And anyway, so your do you say entourage ain't to complete with Demon XL? Is he doing his job?
No, he's not going to be on anymore. No.
Yeah. Well, you know, we added him, and he was committed to joining every Sundays and, you know, helping us out with some back end stories and stuff like that and info. But until recently, like he is a very busy guy. As we know, we get a video once every 2 to 3 weeks out of him nowadays, you know, compared to how it used to be, you know, since his job change and all that type of stuff. Now his off time is very limited, so he's spending that time with his family. So it was just a day or two ago, he's like, hey, you know, I can't really commit to the Sunday nights anymore. I'm like, okay, hey, that's perfectly fine. You know, me and Taylor, we got it. We weren't really, for season 4, when I put the push out for additional help, it was with no obligation that they had to join on the Sunday show, you know. So that was perfectly fine, man. He's still part of the team, and we'll work with him.
Just not as much in the screen. Or on the screen.
Just not on the screen, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, and we got a couple other guys too that are helping us out in the background too. Now it's like we got this little crew. It's amazing. We got Space Karen that helps out with some things every once in a while with some questions, and Ziad.
So, funny thing is, we brought Ziad back, and he was one of the 3 hosts that I hired back in the beginning of season 3. When we started doing this new format, on the first episode he was there, he actually fell asleep on the podcast. Remember that?
I do. So, was he in Egypt or something like that?
Yeah, he lives in Egypt.
It was like 3 or 4 in the morning for him.
Oh man,
poor guy. He was snoring.
I don't remember if we caught the snoring on the audio, but then he had taken a break for a while, and at the time he was part of No Alliance, and then he'd come back, and I do another push about you know, hiring on some important people, and then he reached out to me not too long ago and said, "Hey, I'd like to be a part of the show again." So
Yeah.
he's back.
Yeah. Well, we see. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say. So he's helping out with the questions and some of the information and stuff going around New Eden. So it's always much needed, because the Who Wants to Be a Billionaire, coming up with questions on those every week is just harder and harder and harder. It's not like you're just coming up with 14 questions. It's you have to come up with 14 questions that you have never asked before, even though you've asked 5 million questions.
I know. I got some questions and games in this show, so I know how that is. It's harder every time. But talking about Who Wants to Be a Billionaire, if I will try to get up very, very early this Monday or whatever it is for me, when you are having your show. So I will try to be a part of it and see if I can like ping or whatever to say that I want to be on it. I don't know. We'll see if I can. And if I sleep on it, then, you know, I might snore as well.
Except tonight. Don't expect a billionaire tonight.
Oh, nothing tonight?
This episode. Yeah, we're not scheduling it for this for tonight.
We'll have a show, but we're not going to have the game show.
Yeah.
Oh, I was kind of expecting it, so now I'm a bit disappointed. But okay.
Sorry.
But
I will try next time.
We got so much stuff to talk about tonight, so you know, we look at it as a time thing. And it's like, okay, well, I typically on the podcast, if I start at 5 p.m. my time, we start the podcast at 6. We have a hour and a half, 2 hours, sometimes 3-hour show. Okay. And then we get into the game show. And then we get into the after party. I was in comms it wasn't last week or the week before, but I was in comms for almost 12 hours.
Oh man.
just for Echoes of New Eden.
Yep.
You know, the after party goes for a while too, so and that's always a good time.
It is.
All right.
I sometimes can't stay for that because it's just.
Yeah, he can't.
I travel for work, so usually on Monday mornings I'm getting on a plane, flying somewhere, or driving. So it's tough to stay up late on a Sunday night like that.
I get it.
I'm also old, so you know, as you can see in all the gray.
Yeah, that's legit gray hair.
Yeah, it is.
All right, let's get this show on the road.
Oh, we haven't started yet?
Yeah, we have started. This was the introduction.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
You guys don't really need an introduction in the world of Eve, but tell us your gaming history, how it started, and let's start with you, Rambo.
Gaming history? Oh, how far back you want me to go?
How far do you want to go?
That goes? Oh shoot, I can go back to
Atari?
Xbox 360. No, not that far. I'm still pretty young. I know the camera makes me look like I'm 22, but I did have a PS2.
I was gonna say 19, but fine.
Right, yeah, exactly, right.
He's young enough to be my kid.
Yep. Yeah,
Right?
mine too.
So I used to play shooter games for PlayStation 2, and that later got into Xbox 360. I loved Halo 3. I basically played it professionally. I did all the tournament crap for Halo 3. Eventually meshed over into Call of Duty, starting at Call of Duty 4, and then I played Call of Duty professionally for almost 5 years. And I say professionally because I went to tournaments and had a team and all that type of stuff, played brackets, hardcore search and destroy, and we ranked pretty good. And eventually, like, then I started getting into Destiny. You know, it kind of just came into phases based off of where I was at my life. You know, I was still playing Call of Duty while I was in high school, and that was kind of the thing. I go to school, and then I come home, and I go to my command center, as my parents call it. And I go to my command center and play Call of Duty, but I never really turned it into a career or anything. It's just a hobby. It's just something I like to do.
Right.
And that's where the whole Rambo name came from, because that was kind of my shtick. I was the person that went out, got the first kill, and then we played defense after that. So I was fucking... You would hear people... I remember this, one of my teammates, his name was Sco, and where we start this match, and like 10 minutes passes by, nothing happens. All of a sudden, you hear, BAM! And then you see a little kill on the bottom, right? Of so-and-so killed so-and-so. And then I'm just running for my life, coming back to the team so we can play defense. And he's like, as soon as you hear Rambo take a shot, the game is on, you know? So that was kind of my role in shooter games. And that eventually, I just kept the name going through, coming forward. And I played Destiny a lot. I met my wife, who turned out to be a gamer. And then we started getting into the MMO type stuff. Then, you know, played Elder Scrolls Online and Ark and all this other stuff. And then Eve Echoes came about.
Yeah.
And I've said this before, and I think it was on your podcast, is my daughter was about to be born, and I had some time off of work. And so I was like, well, what's something new that I can play while she's napping or whatever, right? So that was when Eve Echoes came out. So my daughter was born July 31st, and Eve Echoes came out on August 13th. So basically the game is as old as my daughter, and I've been playing it for that long. Yeah,
Perfect.
that's how it all started, and then I get into here.
Yeah.
That's perfect. How about you, Taylor?
Oh man, I'm gonna age myself here, but the very first real like game I would say that kind of made me a gamer, outside of having a Sega Master System.
I had that too.
Yeah.
Don't laugh.
Was I bought a Hewlett Packard in '93, and I got a game on a 3.5-inch hard disk called Centennial 2, and that's what really started me on the whole loving games, really, outside of the stuff on Sega. That game was like a mashup of mining and industry and like Alien, the movie. Like it was a mixture of all three of those things. It was fantastic.
Wait, wasn't that the one that looks like a very old Fallout game? No, that's not it, right?
No, that's not it.
Okay.
There was a tag that went after the Centennial 2, and I was trying to think of it while Rambo was talking, and I just can't. But at any rate, that's really where I first got into gaming, and I never really did the MMO thing until I got into EVE Online in like 2006, 2007, somewhere in there is where I started EVE Online, and I played that all the way through to 2012. I was not heavy in it. It didn't become like an addictive, it's my entire life thing like this game has. But I did get very used to the spreadsheets and space kind of thing. I was heavy indie. I guess I wasn't really heavy indie there either, honestly. I was a little bit of indie. I got it to where I had a Brutix, and that's about as far as I got in 4 or 5 years.
Oh man,
that was my baby. I flew a Brutix around everywhere, but a Brutix in Echoes is like crap compared to a Brutix in EVE Online. So
yeah.
All the cool stuff started really coming out after I'd already left the game, and really between like 2012 and when this game came out, the number of games I played and what I played and when I played was very few and far between. I had a couple businesses at the time. Then I got into sales and did the traveling stuff, and really when Echoes came out, it was like, oh, fine. I tried to get into the beta and I missed that, which would have been fantastic, but whatever.
Yeah.
At any rate, when it came out, I was like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna play it. I've got time in the hotel room or whatever else. It's fun on the phone to do little things here and there. Let's see if it's anything like EVE Online. And I fell in love with it. It's a great game. It has to be hands down the best game on mobile there is.
Oh yeah.
I don't see how there could be any other game that you would classify as just being a better done game. It looks gorgeous. There's issues, of course, but it looks gorgeous. It's got a huge amount of depth for a mobile game. Not as much depth, obviously, as EVE Online, but I fell in love with the game, and here I am.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I do agree, and we might talk more about EVE Echoes later, but what's your what is your planned future, guys? Like, do you have other mobile games? Is there like any game you're waiting for, or is it just EVE Echoes totally like forever?
It's not a mobile game, but we have a game we're waiting for.
Yeah, what game?
We got a game we're waiting for. Starfield.
Yes.
Starfield.
Yeah, we heard about that. Yeah.
That is the game we are waiing for, and it should be coming out in March or April. I think the last time I seen it, they're saying the first half of the year. It used to be first quarter.
It'd be before E3 is what everybody seems to be speculating, right?
Oh man, I cannot wait for that game, and I'm tempted to get it for PC because normally I'm a console player. Aside from Eve Echoes, I play console games, but like, hey, maybe I want to create content for Starfield. We'll see, right?
Yeah, I think we kind of do if we can manage to do that on top of everything else.
Yeah,
time is of the essence. Yeah.
I've been thinking about it too, but I'm afraid that Starfield might be a little bit like what was that game called? Sky? Yeah, people are so hyped. Though. Dude, I liked it. I started it. I played it a lot when it got released, and then I got bored. And now it's obviously amazing, and I'm just still bored. So I don't know. I tried to kill it.
That game around, didn't they? But it's still the same thing. Like you're still doing the exact same thing, which is fine. It's a good game to kind of just sit back and screw around with every once in a while. But I'm not. When it first came out, I went nuts on it though. That's for sure.
I didn't.
It was great.
I didn't play it when it first came out, but I played it more recently, and my wife plays it, and my sister-in-law plays it. And I got it just to play it with them, and man, I
that's
played
good.
It like 3 days, and I'm kind of like, I built a base. I'm like, I get all, but at the same time, I didn't have to grind for anything because they've already been playing for a while, and I just show up, and I'm already getting exotic ships and all this crap given to me.
Right.
So I didn't get the grind. Maybe the grind is part of the fun, but I didn't really go out exploring. I was told to go to a planet, and there I was, set up a base, all that thing.
So
my experience with that, my experience with that game is a little bit more, not as fun. But here's what I see as Starfield, No Man's Sky. When Starfield was even rumored, No Man's Sky was a rushed attempt to that idea. Bethesda, of being who they are, of course they're gonna spend the time and do it right. I think they
I hope so.
With them delaying the game for as much as they have, I think they're doing it right. This game is gonna be phenomenal. It's gonna be in depth. If you've played any of the Fallout 3 or above, the Elder Scrolls, Morrowind or later, you know that this is going to be an in-depth game, and it's going to be freaking awesome. And it's going to look beautiful as well. And just from all the videos and stuff that I've seen about it, like they have a Mars rover on Mars that you can visit. You could walk past it, and it's covered in dust and stuff. I'm like, that's what I want to go see. I'm going to be doing that type of stuff. So, man, it's going to be amazing. I cannot wait for it.
Spacefaring for real, man. That would be awesome.
Oh yeah, and it's got the look and feel of how you use things anyway that Star Citizen does, which is a game I've never gotten into because it always felt like such a freaking ripoff. I mean, the amount of money people have sunk into that. It's still not.
It's crazy.
It's still not even beta. It's like an alpha release,
It is so buggy, man. It's so buggy. It's beautiful, but it's like you can't play it. Like I can't play it, but it's buggy as hell, man.
Downloaded it twice to try to play it just for the hell of it to see if it'd run. Never did. And I run a lot on this.
It's not just to download it either. Like if you download it, you have to go through this kind of trial thing, and then you have to find not a sponsor, but someone who guides you in the game. So you have to contact someone to guide you to start the game. It's fucking crazy. But yeah, well, at least it was like that when I started, and I did some content for it. But it's huge. But I don't know.
Tough game.
It's
tough game. I hope Starfield is at least, if Starfield is 60% of what the hype is so far and what it looks like so far, if it just turns out to only be 60% of that, I would love it, because I loved No Man's Sky. I mean, I went and bought the PlayStation and No Man's Sky right off the shelf the day it came out.
Yeah.
So that I could play it. I didn't have a PlayStation at the time. My wife wasn't exactly happy that I was buying a PlayStation for one game, but it turned out great for us. So the kids love it. Obviously, we play Minecraft on that all the time. I still play Minecraft. Whatever, it's fun.
Yeah, my kids too.
Yep.
All right. No time to linger anymore, boys. It's time for the bullshit part. So try to keep this segment short, okay? Otherwise, I will have to, interfere. This is a part where we can segue into anything really. So here we can ask anyone anything and see where it goes. But I will actually go first. Taylor, tell me something that you are embarrassed about that you have done in Eve Echoes.
I've done a lot of embarrassing shit in Eve Echoes.
That's good.
Like a fleet that I took with Care Bears with guns and we got completely wiped by Pravi. We had 38, they had 120. I mean, we shouldn't have taken a fight, but we did because we were bored. We got wiped. But probably the most embarrassing thing, honestly, so far was last night.
Yeah, what?
We were trying to get back into DRs again, and we lost 2 carriers of Dread and a fax.
Jeez. This guy.
They're all back. I mean, IP is a thing, thank God, but holy shit.
That's a lot of IP. Holy crap. All right, Rambo.
Bunch of noobs, we don't know how to fly.
Yeah. As long as you have fun, man. How about you, Rambo?
Blast, yeah.
Yeah.
What was it? Most embarrassing?
Yeah, tell me something embarrassing you have done, like that you felt you done in the game, or something.
I mean, just me logging in is embarrassing. As it's
prototype rigs.
The
prototype rigs.
I mean,
I use that too.
My corp, they give me so much stuff because I put prototype rigs on ships and sent it out the door. Couple embarrassing moments, I would say. One was I was doing like some semi AFK ratting in High-Sec Island, and I warped to an anomaly, put my tablet down, walked away, and I came back and I was a pod. The thing is, it was a Balgorn that was pretty expensive, right? And at the same time, by the time I come back, I was robbed. Somebody had scanned me and looted my wreck, so I didn't even get my own wreck back after that. So,
nothing left.
Poked fun at that. Nothing, I IP'd it. But now, if I were to lose it, it's full B-type everything. So that would hurt a bit more. That's pretty embarrassing. But there was something else that happened more recently. I was fitting a Coveter 2. And I just upgraded my alt out of a Coveter and spent the money on a Cov 2. And the thing is I sent the Coveter into DR so I could pull the rigs. And then I get the ship back. I reclaim it so I get my stuff. And then I fit the same Coveter I just blew up. And then I go out and mine.
That's a good one.
I go out and mine, and I'm like, I'm full already? What the hell? I look at my thing, and it just says Coveter. I'm like, that can't be right.
Oh,
and
man.
It turned out my Coveter 2 was still in a box in my hangar.
Yeah.
So I had to send it to DR again and pay a higher insurance cost and fit my Coveter 2 that I actually wanted.
Oh, man.
So that was pretty embarrassing. But
that's a good one. That's a good one. All right. Well, I've been telling people a couple of embarrassing things that I've done, but the thing that I was gonna say today is that when I forget players' names and characters in game, that's very embarrassing, especially when I do it live, like on a live stream. So I had this nano competition yesterday, and I was talking to 2 guys, but I thought it was one guy. I thought he had his alt. And that conversation, when he said like, that's not me, and I was like, what the fuck have I been saying? Like, that is very embarrassing for me. It's like, how can I?
Every day for me, that's like, I don't know who the hell anybody is.
Yeah, I mean, that is true, but, I was dead.
I got a lot of members.
Yeah.
Know a lot of people.
Yeah, but that is embarrassing. It
is. I know
it's understandable, but it's embarrassing.
Like, for me, names are hard. Names are really difficult. And being in sales in the real world, like, I sometimes can't remember guys' names. And it's like, and they'll be like, no, my name's Chuck. And I'm like, okay, so Stan, as we were saying, like, I have no idea.
Very true, very true. Let's start the what ship is this? We have had Gikaforta, we've had Demon XL, as well as Lotara on this one, and I think that top player had like 3 right answers, I think. So this one is obviously very hard. And yeah, it's all about pronouncing ship names.
Oh, jeez.
Rambo lost.
And
All right, I'll see myself out. Right.
yeah, you, Rambo, are notorious for doing the same thing. You know, Mr. Rorka. So
Yeah, Rorka.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, I mean, definitely I do pronounce it the wrong way. And I'm not even talking about, you know, Gila and Hila. But everything else, this can be really funny. And since we have 2 participants this time, I thought that we have it like you versus Taylor, or like, yeah, each other, right? So the one who gets the most points will get the prize, so to say. And the game works like this. It's 5 ships. It's you get 1 point for each ship that you figure out, if that is the right one. But okay, 1 point is that you get the honor of not having everything wrong. 2 points is you get 100 million ISK, and 3 points is 500 million ISK, and 4 points is 1 billion. 5 points is a striker that you give away. So you cannot keep it yourself. You have to give it to someone.
All right.
And I will start by saying a ship name, and you will have to continue that name. This is the hard part, because in all of my shows, it's been misunderstandings. So I will try to see if I can. Who wanna start?
I say Taylor starts first.
So Taylor
Oh,
starts
boy.
first. All right,
Oh,
all right.
boy.
That's perfect, because I've already set all the ships here. Are you ready, Taylor, for the first ship?
You bet. Go for it.
Okay. Fear.
Ferrex.
Perfect. That's one. Good one. That's an easy one. We take the next one.
Oh, great.
Number 2. Near.
Nereus.
Us.
Yeah. Shit. 2 out of 2? Is this too easy?
I don't know. Maybe.
All right, maybe. Okay. Third one.
Probably not. I'm gonna probably fail now.
Third one. Knock.
Noctis.
Yeah. 3. The
Yeah,
fourth
he's
one.
getting all the easy ones.
Yeah. Maybe. The fourth one is Anne.
Anchar.
Ah, damn it. 4 points? This is fucking amazing, dude. Okay, the fifth one. How am I pronouncing this one?
Oh boy.
Okay, fifth one. Hold on.
It's gonna try to throw me for a loop.
No. I'm trying to say it the way I do it. V.
Vigilant.
That's the wrong one.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Vigil. How do you say vigil?
Oh.
Vigil.
Oh, you say vigil.
Vigilant.
Vigil. Yeah, it could be. It could be.
You say V, it could be Vexer. I mean,
It could be, but I don't know. Maybe I would have
how
said
many of them start
vigil.
with V? Vexer, Vigilant.
Maybe,
Vigil,
maybe
is there
it's a
another
hard one.
Is there another one?
V. Vigil.
Vizago,
Vigilant.
right?
Vigil.
Could have been.
Yeah,
a couple. That's
maybe.
okay.
I don't know. Maybe I would have
okay.
said V to vigil too, or vigilant. But okay, 4 points. That's good. That's a billion
That's
ISK.
good.
That's a billion ISK. You
wow.
don't have to give away, man.
I could use that.
Wow.
I blew up a fucking
Well,
hawker last night.
well, if yeah,
He needs the insurance.
I need the insurance points now.
yeah. So Rambo, if you're winning now, if you get 5 points or 4, I don't know how we do them, but if you get 5
I
points,
tell you what, it's already not happening.
you're, you're going to steal his money.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Okay.
So now you have to win. Okay.
Now he's got some. Now he wants to.
Now he wants to. Are you ready?
Yeah, hit me.
Okay. The first ship is Mag.
Magnate.
Yes. Dude, this one is too easy, man. I needed more time. Okay. Second ship is Quer.
I know.
No. Quer.
Taylor knows.
You have to think
I
about
thought
it
this
when
was
he
easy.
Pronunciates things.
Yeah. I thought this one
Yeah.
was easy.
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank on
Can
that
I
one.
guess?
Yeah,
Just
you
for
can
the hell
guess.
Corax.
No, I didn't say core.
I know.
I said queer.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I know, but
yeah.
I'm just thinking about the accent and maybe the.
I was thinking about queercer.
I get coarser.
Queercer. I say queercer.
Coarser.
Yeah, I was thinking like Quarius. That's
Oh, that
Yeah,
could
that's
be.
the first thing that
how
came
I
to my
took it.
mind
Could
too.
be,
was
could be.
Aquarius,
It was
the
like
area.
Aquarius. I'm like, what
Yeah.
ship is like Aquarius? I couldn't drive.
Yeah.
Coarser, yeah.
Coarser. I was close with Corax.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. All right,
Yeah,
you
you
just
picked up the CO. I didn't even get that.
Yeah.
Okay. The third ship is Hum.
Back. Humpback.
Yes. It's good. You just need to take 2 more. Okay.
Okay, give me some easy ones.
Yeah, well, I've already written them down. I think they're easy. For me, it's clear as snow. Okay. Fourth ship is Al.
Alan. For some reason, I'm thinking it's an SOE ship, but I don't think it's that. Ella. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank again on that one.
Algos.
Yeah.
There's no E in there.
I didn't say
Algos.
E. I didn't say E. I said Al.
I heard Ella.
Yeah, that's the beauty of this game.
That's
Algos.
great.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, the last chip is Vind.
Decatur. Vindicator.
Yes. Perfect. You got the idea. Taylor won 1 billion ISK that he doesn't have to share. And
Do you need IP, Rambo?
Better
I'll
luck
share
next
half of
time.
it with you.
Yeah, sure. I could use some as. Yeah.
Just miss.
I had to refit my coveter twice. So I need a-
Perfect.
The overly integrated, optimized, overpowered industrial laser light covered
and it's gold. I painted it gold. Yeah.
Gold is nice. Gold is nice. All right, talking about gold. Subject of the day is ISK.
making ISK.
Making ISK, yeah. How do we make ISK in Ivekos the best way, the fastest way?
Oh, you got to be a CEO and just use the corporate wallet.
Is that the fastest way or the best way?
That's a joke.
Yeah, you
I know.
benefit from others' hard work. Yes.
Yeah, it's really fast because I'm never in the game and it's just money there. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Talking about like
Good
new
at spending
players,
this.
No
old
kidding.
players. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously ratting. I mean, if you're just starting out in the game, that's kind of hard, and so possibly mining is going to be faster for you when you're just starting out in the game because it's very easy to just get in a Vindicator and go find Mercoxic somewhere. Right? I mean, Mercoxic and Morphite, you can go find that. Go to Null, I mean, get a cloak, whatever. You can be a T6 guy with a cloaked Venture 2 or whatever, and very cheaply go and be mining condensed ore. You know.
You
Yeah.
originally said Vindicator.
Yeah, he did.
I heard that.
I'm gonna
I'm
clip
like
it.
ratting, or not ratting in a Vindicator, but.
Oh, I
mining
meant
in
Venture.
Vindicator.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. No, with a
Yeah,
Venture.
okay,
Like if you're
Venture.
just starting out, going and getting.
See
the
what I have
high-end
to deal
ores.
with,
Yeah.
Sheev?
He has to deal with
I
this
know,
shit.
I know.
It's horrible.
I was going to say something, but I was like, yeah, I'm gonna wait until I edit. It's gonna be good. But yeah,
Anyway.
that's a good idea.
But when
Yeah.
you go down farther down the line, I mean, it's ratting. It's ratting, period. Because when you get really good and fast at it, especially if you get to where you have alts, you can almost get minerals at the same speed as you can in a single coveter. Maybe not a coveter 2, definitely not an Orca or a Rorqual, but definitely you can get the minerals just as fast if you've got a Noctis sitting there with you, or if you're just gathering and having somebody haul all of that loot that would drop. And you're
Yeah.
repoing that, you get a lot of minerals really fast that way too. So
Yeah. True.
So early game mining, late game ratting.
I would say the
Obviously,
same thing. Actually, I would say the same thing.
Yeah, and as you get into capitals and carriers and everything else, and obviously the Cap A noms are the best.
Yeah, it's
not
ratting
the
as well.
capital Indeds, but yeah, exactly. but the rallies, the cap quarries, the capital specials especially, those are the best.
I would add to that and say that in like during updates or expansions when we have these new wave graphs, they make a lot of money. Like the first 2 days. And obviously I would say market, but I would never say market to someone who starts the game right now. You have to be invested a lot to make the money.
The competition is there for market trend. Money making opportunities.
I would say that it is, as long as you're far enough in the game to where you understand what the market really is, because it's not just an open market. If you understand what the market is and you understand what the meta is and what people do buy and where they buy it, if you've gotten that far to at least have a basic understanding of that, you don't have to have a lot of money to make money on the market. But it is a matter of how much money you have. It depends on how much you make. Like, if you start off with a couple $100 million, or if 20 million or 5 million or whatever, then you're only going to make, 100,000. It's a scale thing, right? And so if you have, $1 billion you can put into it, then you're going to make a couple of million easy. And it's about how much time you want to spend doing that, right? So, but that's like with anything, even with any market worldwide is the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
You just have to understand it.
Yeah. You want to add anything to that, Rambo, or should we go to the next one?
Yeah. Was it for early game players, like you were saying?
No, like for everything generally. Like, what's your expertise? Is it early game? Do you have knowledge about late game? Do you have any tips?
I don't play this game necessarily to make ISK.
But you have ISK. You give away ISK all the time.
So I have a method, and it's been taken about 2 years to perfect. And that
mine too.
It's game show scams, right?
Perfect.
So that's
he
how
gets
I make
people
ISK.
to invest billions of ISK into the game shows, and then he never gives it away. No,
and I just take it off the top. Whatever they don't win, I just take it off the top of my pocket. No, Taylor had made a video on outposts. And personal outposts and income that those can provide. So any chance that you're able to get one and drop it and be able to keep it alive for long enough for it to make profit is a good investment to do. And of course, if it does get lost, make sure you have a backup one, right? So ratting and doing capital stuff and the Nihilist dead spaces, they don't pay as much as they used to back in the day, but those are still pretty good to do. A lot of people are making money in DR right now, selling general units as well that they're getting out of that. So there's ISK making opportunities there still. And I think with war going on and everything, DR has been more profitable than ever, since there's a lot of people doing that rather than going out and hitting the belts or going out and ratting. Granted, there still is that happening, but not as much, especially for certain entities. But I think that's the way to go right now.
Yeah, I haven't done almost any DR recently, so I wouldn't know. But yeah,
it had been a while since I'd done one when I did that last night. So and it wasn't profitable.
No, not in your case. You have to
not
get
in my
good.
case.
Well,
get good.
Well, we got a couple of great ideas. Start early with mining, going to ratting as soon as you hit like T8, I guess, or something. Encounters is always good.
I mean, you could actually do. Yeah. I mean, it's not a matter of waiting until you hit T7, T8 to do ratting. At T6, you can get yourself in a VNI, a Vexor Navy issue. And a VNI does fantastic work in a T6 Anom all by itself, even if you're not the greatest skills. It takes a while, right? So it's all a matter of time.
Give that much money? T6 Anoms? T6 Anoms, is that good money? You mean?
Nah, I mean for a T6 pilot it is, but not really. But again, once you get used to that, I would say for a guy who is T6, that's what you have to do. You really need to go in there, understand that T6 Anom, how that works to solo it. Then you could still use that Vexor Navy issue and be of some assistance when you're running a T10 with 2 other guys. Now you can make some money.
Very true. And after that, you go into market, and then you go into scams.
Yep.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
The A game.
That's how Mr. Botnet
game.
makes all of his money. He just makes you make a contract, and then he maybe doesn't take it, then you lose money, and then he makes another contract. Before you know it, you're confused, and he just got a free carrier from somebody like a month.
I know. I heard about it. So talking about ISK and stuff like that, let's go to our sponsors first. And there is no sponsors of this show. So sponsors is over. And you know what? It's time for the dumb game quiz. There's 10 questions related to games in one way or another. What was that hard to say? But it's you guys that has to do this together, all right? Max is 10 points. I'm not sure. I think 2 points is the max so far. Are you guys ready for the 10 questions?
Yeah.
Sure.
It is.
All right. The first question is, when was Dance Dance Revolution first released?
Shoot.
This is not easy, man.
Revolution.
The actual get up dance floor thing that you see in the arcades, is that what you're looking for?
I'm not looking for questions myself because I don't know.
Dang.
I've had issues with every question on every show. So I'm just looking for a date, all right?
2006 is my guess.
2006, man.
2006. I'd probably say DDR came out when I was in 7th grade, so 2005.
1998 was the first one.
Even farther back.
Yeah.
Man, when you
I almost
said
said 2000, but when
Yeah.
he said 2006, it kind of made me think ahead a little bit. I was like, well, I
Yeah.
remember it about this time frame.
Yeah. All right. Well, there's more questions, man. What is the other name of the villain, Dr. Robotnik? What's the other name of the villain, Dr. Robotnik?
My daughter's gonna kill me. She loves Sonic, and I should
Yeah,
know this. 'cause
my
we talk
kids
about
too.
Sonic all the time. I should know Dr. Robotnik's other name. Damn it, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm right there with you because I watched both the recent movies. I played the games.
You do understand why people would only get like 3 points?
Oh
This
yeah.
is extremely hard questions. I don't even know them
These are.
myself. Yeah.
No. Steve.
Did you know that Sonic has a different name than Sonic? I already forgot it, but we had that question on an earlier
Yeah,
one.
it's Daniel. It's Dan.
No,
for
it
short,
wasn't
so it's
Daniel. No, that's wrong too.
Chad? Is it Chad?
Is it Chad? That'd be hilarious.
It's a doctor something,
It's not Doctor Strange.
and not
I was
Dr.
thinking
Dre.
It's not Dr. Sputnik. I don't know why I'm thinking Sputnik.
Robotnik, Sputnik.
I would probably guess Sputnik.
I don't know.
Okay, Dr. Eggman.
Eggman. Ah, come on.
Yeah, you see? It was close to
Should have
point there.
known that. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
should have known that.
Daughter's gonna watch this and just kill me.
All right.
Rip.
She might do it this time as well. The third question is, how many players can simultaneously play the Super Mario Bros. Wii?
6. No, 4. 4. I'll say 4.
Rambo?
Super
You have to decide.
Super Mario Wii.
Super Mario Bros. Wii. It's
Deluxe,
obviously a different one.
I know there's several of them.
Yeah.
Shoot. I would say 4. Up to 4.
So both say 4.
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
I forgot what he had answered.
He said 4.
Yeah, I think 4. There's no way is it.
You got 1 point, boys. Great.
Nice.
It is 4. Perfect.
I only know that because of the game controller limit.
Yeah. I was gonna say 4.
I didn't even think of that. I was like the character limit. I remember you can have up to 4 characters typically on those. So.
Yeah. That's a good one. The first question is the sequel to which game was called Modern Warfare? the sequel to which game was called Modern Warfare? You, Rambo, you do
Yeah,
this.
it's Call of Duty 4. It was Call of Duty 4 was like the original, and then they remade it to Modern Warfare.
Taylor, do you agree?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's correct. You get 2 points. What is the full name of Dota?
Ooh.
Oh, DOTA.
Yeah. Ich spiele eine Dota.
Cue song, please.
Sheev, you know Base Hunter, right?
Yep, I do.
You know Base Hunter.
Of course.
you do.
He's Swedish, right?
Yeah. He had that.
I am Base
song,
Hunter.
Dota.
That song is so much better in Swedish.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dota. You know, honestly, I never really looked into it to know what the acronym stood for. You know, like
Dead on the
WoW.
Arrival is
When
the
people
only
say,
idea.
"Hey, do you play WoW?" It's World of Warcraft. But when people
Yeah.
say, "Do you play Dota?" I don't know what it stands for.
I'll guess Dead on the Arrival, but that's just me.
Oh, that's a good one. It's
Department. It's Department of Transportation, Arkansas.
That's also a good one. It was very close. Defense of the Ancients.
Defense of the
Yeah, I would have
Ancients.
never known that.
No.
Yeah. All right, this one is a hard question, man. I would never have an idea because I'm so bad at football and ice hockey and stuff like that. You know, I have no idea. So this one is, which player appears on the cover of FIFA 14? Yeah.
Football.
What is soccer? I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm an American over here. We play football with 2 O's, not a U.
I know 0 soccer names.
Same here.
Ronaldo. I'll just guess Ronaldo.
Gonzalez.
Okay. My kid is talking about Ronaldo. He's talking about someone called Lionel Messi. And that is actually the correct answer, Lionel Messi. So that is, he's obviously very good.
Never heard of
according
him.
to my kid. Never heard of him.
Good.
He's,
Yeah.
he's probably very famous.
Question. Ask me a Madden question. I might know it.
I don't even know what
Yeah.
Madden is. Is he mad enough?
Rip.
Yep.
Madden is
It's-
Madden football. The actual
Oh, it's
football
also-
game.
oh,
American
okay.
football.
American
games.
football. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, question number 7. How many armies can you choose from in Warhammer Online? I'm pretty sure that Maester would have nailed this one.
How many armies can you choose from Warhammer Online?
I'm gonna take a guess. I've never played Warhammer. I don't really know that much about it. I do know of it. I'm gonna say 6. Like factions. Armies like factions.
I was gonna say 8, but that's only because I'm trying to remember in my head when I saw different army figurines in the comic book store in Ohio when I went there. And other than that, I know nothing about that game. So off of that, I'd say 8. But if you say 6, I'll go with 6.
You have to decide, boys.
We'll go with 6 with Rambo.
Damn, that's right. You got 3 points.
Ooh,
There we go.
let's go!
Yeah. Oh man,
What
this
a
is gonna be a
guess.
winner, man. All right. Ken from Street Fighter 2. He hails from where?
L.A.
You can't say LA.
Los Angeles.
No, you can think bigger.
Oh,
Well, United States.
Oh, that's correct. Yeah, that's correct.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna.
United
I was
States.
thinking like, is LA in United States? I hope it is. Like, I've said some
Yeah,
stupid
right?
things
Yeah.
on this show, but Sheev, watch your mouth, okay?
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I was pretty sure it was, but I was like, yeah, I've had wrong before. So
No, it's okay.
okay, I had to. This is the question 9. I had to make an Eve Echoes question a hard one because you got some crazy hard ones on your show.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I took this question is because I actually knew it. But it's gonna be interesting if you guys can do this one. How many constellation is it in the region Solitude in Eve Echoes?
How many constellations?
And just imagine me knowing this shit.
Yeah, this was definitely a Who Wants to Be a Billionaire inspired question.
Yes.
So not systems,
No.
but constellations.
Constellations.
Yes.
think
And I will
the
give
largest
you.
region has 6 constellations.
I
if
can
recall.
actually. What did you say?
No, I'm thinking it's gonna be more. I'm thinking it's gonna be.
What do you say, Taylor? I didn't hear.
Good.
I thought the largest region had 6 now I'm rethinking that. No, there's quite a few more constellations than 6 in the largest region. It's probably up in the double digits.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I would throw out somewhere in between 15 and 20, maybe more. But I'm trying to remember
I can't
how
picture where
big
Solitude is
Solitude.
at.
I actually
Where
wrote
that's
down. What do you call it when you have tips? Is it called tips? No, like
Clues.
clues. Yeah, what clues? Is it clues? I have 4 numbers. One of those are correct. Is that clues? It's not clues, right?
Yeah, it's clues or tip, just the tip.
Okay,
clues.
so
You're giving us a multiple choice.
yes,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was the word I was looking for. Yeah, I got
Gotcha.
multiple choices here if you would like to have it.
I think that would help, don't you,
Yeah.
Rambo? Yeah,
I think so
for
too.
multiple choices.
Yeah, I think so. So the first one is 5, the second one is 6, the third one is 7 or 8.
Oh, it's
between
low.
5 and 8.
Solitude is small. So I was more. I'm gonna go with 6.
That's the thing, though, is like I'm trying to think. Solitude was.
You know where it
was
is?
not. Yeah, I mean, I could pull it up right here.
No, don't do it.
I got my game up right here behind me.
Don't give him
Hold
too
up.
much time. He's gonna go figure it out.
Yeah. Okay,
I
time's
don't
up. I'm
remember
sorry.
Game show
Solitude.
people do.
Yeah.
Here's my thought. You could see that I'm not looking it up, but
Yeah.
I don't remember Solitude being like in the bottom 5 smallest regions. At least I just don't remember it being definitely not bottom 4. I would probably lean towards 7 or 8. 6 I feel is a little bit low. If anything,
It's quite
I would
big
say
actually.
8.
It feels big when you look at it.
Yeah, I would say 8. That's my guess.
Okay, I'll stick with Rambo and say 8. That's fine.
Is that your final answer?
That's it's my final
All right.
answer.
Can I get a 50-50?
Yeah, you can get a 50-50, all right? I've done that one before and I messed up. Look at the last one with Lotara. It's hilarious. But yeah, look at that one. You're going to cry of laughter. But yeah, a 50-50. It's either I'm going to make it easy for you. It's either 5 or 6.
See,
So I'm destroying what you said.
My initial
right.
6. Yeah.
I know your initial
All right,
6.
we'll go
You
with
want to
Taylor.
go for that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's
that's
go-
correct.
let's go
That's
with-
correct, man.
See,
Perfect. You did it without the help.
I don't think
You
I've
said
ever
it.
been to
You said it.
Solitude.
Yeah. Dude, I have mining vessels there.
right now. I'll tell.
Yeah, I'm going over there.
Yeah.
No, but really,
that might
I'm
be-
going over there like it's my holiday space. So I go over there and I mine there without having people in loco talking to me.
Yeah.
So I live there when I want to have a quiet time.
Yep.
All right, you got 4. Is it 4? Correct answer. I have to check that back. But okay,
Yeah, I want
something
to say
like
that's
that, right?
4 now. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Sounds right.
You actually have a chance to get 5 points, which is extremely good if you're thinking about my questions. But this is the last one. What's the spaceship called that are explored in Dead Space series? Or at least the first one that I'm actually playing on my channel.
It's been a long time since I played Dead Space games.
I never have.
I
so
don't
this is
remember
for
the
you,
name of
Rambo.
the ship. What's
It's
the
the
name of
ship-
the Explorer ship?
Yeah, where everything happens.
Yeah, I just don't know it. I would say Mothership, but that seems a bit vague. They wouldn't name their ship Mothership.
Yeah.
It's the USS. I don't know.
Something.
Yeah.
That's true.
Say the first half of it, and I'll finish it.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay, how should I crop this one? Ish.
I don't know.
That's a hard crop
that I can think of is Ishtar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I crop it a bit longer. Okay, Ishi.
Ishimu.
Ashimu.
Ishimu. It's called Ishimura.
Ishimura. I would have never got that.
Yeah, okay.
If you would have started with like a Y or a Yay or something like that, I probably would have said Yamato and
yeah, all over the place.
It would have been all over the place.
Sounds like a Pokemon.
Yeah. All right, guys. I know that Taylor, you are short on time, and this is actually over. I will send you your billion, and I thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you had a good time.
Yeah, it was great. It was awesome. Got to have you on the show at some point and just do the same kind of thing and hang out. Maybe it's one of those times we can maybe adjust the time a little bit for you, so it's or one way or the other, so it's not so bad. But yeah, we'd love to have you on. It'd be great. Good times.
I'd love to be on.
Yeah.
Do we get to do shameless plugs now, there, Sheev?
Yeah, we can do. We can.
Yeah. So check out Echoes of New Eden podcast on podcast platforms and on YouTube every Sunday. We start at 0100 UTC live, or anytime you can check out our podcasts on podcast platforms.
Make sure to come over and visit the Discord. On Mondays, I give away 2 free Duo Omegas. You just got to answer the trivia. Sometimes it's on Tuesdays because of my schedule. But so just be over there so that you can get the pings. I ping everybody and we go for it. So it's usually Mondays, sometimes Tuesdays. Sometime in the middle of the week, whenever I not get so lazy, the breakdown will come back. I've got 2 episodes in the can. I'll hopefully get one of them released next week. It'll all be about market stuff. The market API, which we actually have 2 market APIs. So here's a plug for your Discord, Ahsheeved. If you get over here on Ahsheeved's Discord, Pefejda, I think that's how you pronounce his name, does have a market API that I just discovered this last week that is more in depth. It's like the old one from way back in the day. I have definitely got a link to that now, and we'll be watching that for his updates. I know he manually has to dump it out, as do I when I do that for my market website. But it's got everything on it, which is fantastic. So thank you for that. It was a gold mine to find that. So I'll make sure to plug that too when I do the breakdown sometime next week.
And subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes.
Oh, definitely do.
Working on that senior.
We're trying to get up there. Yep.
I'm gonna say it again. I had no idea your stuff was on YouTube until a half a year ago, and I started like bench watching everything. Such a relief for me who actually live on YouTube. So yeah, definitely go in and subscribe to these guys. Amazing people and a great addition to this game, Eve Echoes.
Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You guys take care. Bye-bye.
You too, sir. We'll see
All
you.
right, see ya.
Bye.
Yep.
I told Rambo about it. You know, when I'm watching your show, it's like you can relax, you can sit down and watch a show and you do not know what happens because you haven't had your fingers like in the pie at all. So everything is like, holy shit, this is good. And, oh, that's a joke. That's a great joke. And so it's actually a great way for me to relax because I kind of just watch all my like stuff all the time. And it's getting repetitive, and it's nice, it's fresh. I do really like it, boys. So keep doing that.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
All right.
I've always loved watching your stuff too. Your stuff is awesome. You always have a different, fresh take on it, and sometimes it's like, what did he just do? What? I'd never thought of that. You know, and it's like that's interesting.
Yeah.
I'll have to try that.
Yeah.
So no, it's cool. It's good stuff.
Well, then he's got his unique content too. Like he does the Nanocore competitions. And,
exactly.
Oh yeah.
He's doing his cards now. So.
I love the cards. I tell everybody about these cards. I hope you're recording this, by the way. This is a good
recording
pitch for you. Yeah, this is those cards are fantastic. I tried to get as many people over to your server as soon as I finally got over there.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'd never gotten on your server before. But I'm not like a huge, like really, really good on Discord. So whenever I get onto a new server, it takes me a few days to really understand where the hell everything is and what it all means.